I personally do. How much do we need to provide from the park? I know you're doing basketball and the volleyball and all that. I mean, do you have enough people to set up all these events, or what
more would you need?
So I'm going to have somebody probably down over the basketball tournament, and then you're probably going to have volunteers over the volleyball. And I mean, do we have volleyball set up in the?
No.
So I mean, y'all have. I mean,
we have right now. We have several volunteers.
I mean, what do you want us as a park to provide? That's one of the questions. I mean, because an event like this, there's going to be some cleanup and some stuff that, I mean.
Have you already reserved the date with the park?
We have talked to the park and reserved that day.
I
figured that's what you were asking.
I was only concerned that it might already be.
Now, we did call and it is available. Actually, it's booked. We have booked it. We just, again, was trying to get the assistance as far as the financial side of it. As far as volunteers, we do have several volunteers. We have not blasted or put it out there to a lot of people until we were sure if we were capable of actually getting it for not having to pay for it. And at that point, we will know how many volunteers we have, and once we actually publicize it. Okay. But we will, as far as cleanup, we will be in control of all of that. We will not leave the park any other way than we found it.
Yeah, okay. I was just moving in front of you.
Yes, sir. Any more questions?
Sounds good to me.
This is a great idea, because I've been thinking also we need to address the problem in some way, and this would be a start right here. But how much is the fee?
I think it's 450. 450.
Well, it's 200 to rent and 250 deposit.
Okay.
I'll make a motion.
I have a question. What's the time frame?
So we were asking for it for that day, just because we have to do setup as well as have the event and then all cleanup. So if we can have it that entire day, that would be great, so that we can make sure that everything is returned back to its normal way that we got it, as well as getting set up that morning. So we're asking for that entire day.
You good?
I make a motion. I think you were going to too, that we all know the importance of trying to work together to combat this problem, and I applaud you for your efforts. And I'm not real sure what all you need from the city, but whatever you need, that include if you need equipment or whatever we can do. I see us supporting it.
Okay. Any other questions from the board? I think we need to probably, this is the first step. The next step of how much we get involved is going to be after you give us an idea of how this is going to work.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? But this is the first step.
Yes.
Getting in place. So there's a motion on the table to waive the bids, waive the fees for July 30th. Any other questions? Motion second. Okay. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, let's start the process.
Good luck, ladies.
Thank you for stepping up in the community. I really do appreciate it. We definitely need to keep these kids busy, I guarantee you. All right, we'll move on to item 6, which is City Hall work.
At the board meeting a few weeks back, I brought you some information about repairs here at City Hall, and you all have looked it over and I think kind of visited about it. I have had, I've again tried to contact local contractor to get a written, some kind of quote from, local. I still haven't gotten, I've contacted a couple of times, haven't gotten anything. This is a contractor, NPS, who specializes in restoration and things like that of buildings such as ours. I think they're working on the Prescott First United Methodist Church over there right now. I think there are two options here with regard to City Hall. I mean, I think if y'all want a recommendation, I would say go with option B, the 69,000 option, if you all want to go with any of them. And let's see where we get. If we find some more things as we go along, we might have to come back with you, because it just covers a certain amount of square footage of plaster and acrylic paint and things like that. But and if you want us to go ahead, if you'd rather not do it this way, if you'd like us, I've thought as another option would be to contact the architect, Jerry Hollingsworth, that helped us on the roof for City Hall, and get him to do plans and specs for this, if you all want to go that direction. So, I mean, there's a couple of options. I just know this is a good time of year to go on and get somebody working on this, if we can get it going. But that's strictly up to you all. And we did have City Hall repair work in the budget this year.
I guess the only question I have on that is if we only do the lesser bid and they have to come back and do more work, wouldn't it be cheaper just to do it all at once, or?
It may potentially, I mean, it may potentially.
But,
It's not.
but budget-wise, the 84,000, 40, that was under what we budgeted
So we had
still.
100,000, yes, sir.
It's twice as much repair work on the patched areas and more than twice on the square footage of what they're washing.
Yes, the washing is the big difference. They would be washing basically all the exterior areas of City Hall. And I don't know if you've noticed, but we did have the sidewalk areas power washed recently, and I think they look a lot better. Now, one thing that we may well find when it's all power washed, I mean, we think there's a couple of spots where there may need to be some, for lack of a better word, caulking or something, where this terracotta meets the brick. I think we're going to find out some things like that, because we've got a kind of a little leak in the window on this north side over here. It's not the roof, it's coming down kind of from the window and the wall.
But basically, we're looking at over 80% of the cost
Yes,
in
sir.
B of A. And
Yes, sir.
we're getting, it looks like we're getting a lot more work out of A.
It is a lot of work. It is a lot of work. And I may have just been shying away from, the larger number, y'all. I mean, y'all know. So,
The problem is the second number is not a whole lot smaller.
no.
It's got a 9 on it, so 69.
So,
Have you seen the finished product?
no, I haven't seen the finished product. And they're doing more repointing of brick and capping of brick at the top, because they're having leakage that's coming all the way down the wall over there. And then they're doing plaster.
And this was April 14th.
Yes, and he's visited with me today, so that they're still good with this
They're still
number.
good, okay. I know it's on the back here due to uncertainty in production, supply chain,
Right.
construction
He
materials.
did call today.
Materials and that.
Yes, they do a lot of restoration work on buildings. I looked at their website in addition to seeing some of what was happening at Prescott, and they do a lot of building restoration kind of work. Older brick buildings, facades, the terracotta the stuff that they put on this terracotta makes it look like it's new, where that, the white outside of the terracotta ceramic is, for lack of a better word, falling off or breaking off. They go back over that.
I'd be more inclined to move to A.
Have a motion? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, do we need to read the?
We need to get it out of competitive bidding.
They don't want to do it, but there is a proposed ordinance in front of us.
Free step.
We have to have you read it first.
This is an ordinance waived the requirement of competitive bidding as requested by Arkansas Code, annotated section 1458-303 for the repair of City Hall, whereas the City Board of Directors has determined an exceptional situation exists for the repair of interior and exterior areas of the City Hall, and that it is not feasible or practical to seek competitive bids for this item because of the urgent need by the city to purchase this item and place thing in use. Now therefore be it ordained by the Board of Directors of the City of Hope, Arkansas, Section 1, the Board of Directors of the City of Hope, Arkansas hereby determines that the requirements of competitive bidding for the repair of interior and exterior areas of City Hall is deemed not feasible or practical and is thereby waived because there is an urgent need by the City of Hope to purchase this item and place same in use. Section 2, this action being necessary to the preservation of public peace, health, and safety, and emergencies hereby declared to exist, and this ordinance shall take effect and be enforced from and after its passage and approval.
Okay, motion to suspend the rules.
So moved.
Second. Yep, do a roll call.
Mark Ross. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to mark him out. Steve Montgomery.
aye.
Reginald Easter.
Aye.
Linda Clark.
Aye.
Tiffany Talley.
Aye.
Trevor Coffey.
Aye.
Mayor Steele.
Aye. A motion to adopt.
So moved.
Second.
Steve Montgomery.
Aye.
Reginald Easter.
Aye.
Linda Clark. Trevor Coffey.
Aye.
Tiffany Talley.
Aye.
Mayor Steele.
Aye. All right, thank you. Get them lined up.
What's your clause? What's the-
Motion to adopt emergency clause, sorry.
So moved.
Second. One more time.
All right, Steve Montgomery.
Aye.
Reginald Easter.
Aye.
Linda Clark. Trevor Coffey.
Aye.
Tiffany Talley.
Aye.
Mayor Steele.
Aye. Now we can get started, okay? Okay, we're going to talk about.
Where are you going? Which one are you
Yeah.
taking?
Let's finish this up.
A. Oh,
I mean, there's not a motion as to which one yet.
Oh, there's not, is there? Okay.
Now I'll make the motion
Now.
to go with option A for the renovation for 84,840.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, opposed? Thank you. Okay, now we move into the item 7. Solar.
All right. This is a little bit different than things we are normally seeing. At the area where Lakeshore Drive is in Hope, as you know, the school, Integrity Energy has placed a solar array there on that 20 acres. And they are asking the city for an easement to go from where that roadway is across to that property. This is a little bit different because ordinarily there's a right-of-way there. But apparently when the city sold the school, the property originally for the, the Clinton primary school, there wasn't a right-of-way per se retained. There's just kind of a blank spot there that's still owned by the city, but is not dedicated as a right-of-way. So they needed an easement across that. And that easement is shown in your packet under the information that says access easement. And the description of that easement is under Exhibit A, which is described. It ends up being 0.418 acres, more or less. If you look at the survey or site description that's on there, you can kind of see, if you'll lay it out long ways, the little hatch mark area that goes from the edge of Lakeshore Drive into the property is the area that would be covered by this easement. And so it is a little bit different situation. Ordinarily, we're describing something they would not have needed an easement because there would be a right-of-way there. But Lakeshore was developed a little differently than some places. So, but if you see that little hatched mark there up on the right-hand side of Lake Shore, or left-hand side of Lake Shore Drive, that's the easement area that they're asking for. And I believe the city attorney has looked it over. And does the city?
Does that change anything with the existing road that they have there now?
This isn't their road, this is just going from the edge of our road onto their property. But it's a piece of property, that little no man's land in between the edge of Lake Shore Drive and on, we still own that.
But it's right where their existing road is gonna connect to Lake Shore. That's what you're talking about.
Do they not have an existing road there now?
There's a gravel road that goes
There's a
to.
gravel road that they're going to have to pass.
Okay.
I think they've been using it, and it's just came up when they got title check.
They realized they didn't
And
have a
they're
hedge
real
of the right
picky
way.
about having actual legal written access, even though it's been used like that forever.
Okay. And do they have easement also off of, was it East 8th, or, I mean, do they come?
East 8th actually goes into the edge of the property, I think.
So they have access from that route as well?
Good. But that's not
That's East 8.
There's a gate there, I think.
Did they put a gate there, or did they decide
I
not?
don't know what they do there.
They said they'd do all the work from the other side, all the construction.
Yes,
And they,
that's what they said.
and if they did,
But if they do want to use this as an access, they will have to pay. And they know that.
Just this little section that you're showing, right?
And anything that they use for wheel traffic onto their side.
Yeah.
So that they don't always be tracking mud and dirt and stuff out on the street.
okay. Any other questions, or can we read it? Can we read it?
We just approved this meeting, board approved.
Motion to authorize you to sign the easement action.
Any other questions about it? Entertain a motion so I can sign this so we can move along.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, we got that on. Going into city manager.
Yes, and we do have another item. We have a candidate for Eagle Scout here who is, we've actually got several potential projects that we're working with potential Eagle Scouts here with our local troop. We're very happy to be working with all of them. And this particular project, as I understand it, is wanting, if you remember a couple of years ago, the board allowed the Lions Club, and it was part of an Eagle project also, to place a pad there for the Lions fish fry. And what our young potential Eagle Scout, Riley Golden, I haven't seen any of this in writing, so forgive me if I say someone's name wrong, is wanting to work up a project that will hopefully fulfill some of the requirements for his Eagle, to have the driveway and a little sidewalk that would go into the Colliseum area. And the city's contribution to that would be the cost of the concrete, which we think will be $3,000 or $4,000 if Mr.
That's what his estimate was just now.
Yes, which this will be of a great benefit to the city for all projects that use that entrance into the Coliseum, and it will also enable this young person to complete, hopefully, the requirements that for something that we'll all be very proud of. So I believe he may want to tell us about it a little
Right,
bit.
stand up.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Or
Yep, you can stand right there.
Okay.
Who you are.
Basically, our project basically is like y'all actually do know, is to create a sidewalk that does connect the side of the line into the road and also connect it to this whole area where the line stand fish fry will be. And basically, it would make it an easy access for the line stand to move all their equipment up to this place where they have their fry.
It, I believe, will be a very beneficial project for the city as well as for the Lions Club and, again, our young scout.
Yeah.
And of course, on his part, he will have to manage it. He will figure out the manpower. He will make a plan for the work and what all the work duties will be, which will be, some forming work and then some rebar work. And he will plan all that out with some adult supervision and guidance, and then he will be a supervisor over this project from start to finish. And when it's completed, all the manpower goes in, and it'll be more than enough manpower to get him to his eagle. Right. He's almost there.
Good deal.
Basically, we were here tonight, or one of the things we're here tonight for is just get approval from the board to move forward on this project, and then when we get it drew up, we'll get a signature so we can say it's all legit. So when we take it to Texarkana, they can see all the T's, I's been dotted and the T's been crossed.
And as I said, we're also working with a couple of other scouts with the troop. These young people are really focused and committed to our community, and I personally, we're really proud to be able to support them.
We appreciate all the support from all the board and all the city, and we're constantly looking for more scouts because it's a great program. We're grateful to be part of it. There's a lot of good things that comes out of that.
Okay. Any other questions on the board? We just need a motion to
provide the concrete
Yeah,
and
just go in.
participate in his Eagle project.
right.
So move that we support the young man in this project.
Okay. Motion.
Second.
Second. Okay. Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Very well. Let's get going. I appreciate you. Big step. I really appreciate your dedication.
And we real soon we'll be working on a second one, which will be for my daughter. This is my nephew. That's my daughter, Anna Golden. She will be. If everybody's familiar with the Huckabee Lake and the Scout House, and we've got that nice little bridge that goes down to a fire pit. Both of my sons did those two projects. As the next generation coming along, she's looking at putting a pavilion up over the fire pit area. And again, that's on public property. It just happens to be in our backyard, but it is a public property project. So that's the next one. We're working on all the pricing on all that, so we can get money dedicated for that one. So that'll be the next project that you'll be getting more details on real soon.
Thank you. All right, we'll move up. You got any other?
I just wanted to give you an update. I had received information from Miss Christy Burns at the Chamber that the Watermelon Festival Parade is scheduled for Monday, August the 8th, for just information. And then wanted to also update you, as you know, we did not get any bids on our streetscape project on May the 25th, but we have got that set out to rebid on July 7th at 10 o'clock, and have contacted some more contractors to determine, there were some delays in getting some subcontractor bids and things, so I think that will be something that we'll be able to hopefully we'll get some bids then. So that's all.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do citizen requests. So we got any citizens have any requests that you want to bring up tonight? A nice crowd. I appreciate everybody being here. This is really encouraging. Okay, if not, we're going to go, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I did want to say a couple of things. One, to congratulate you on one of your features in Forest States Living.
Thank you, thank you.
So I do have an additional copy to add to those 5 or 10. Probably already.
I think there are 2 copies printed, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
You can laminate this one that way. It can be passed around for family lure. So
There you go.
I wanted to also, I shared with City Manager Catherine the flyer for the Juneteenth parade and fest, and so super. And so I do want to certainly invite the elected officials to come out and certainly introduce yourself to the community. Juneteenth, for a bit of history, is an opportunity for celebrating the liberation of enslaved Africans and enslaved descendants of Africans. And so a part of that liberation is understanding our role within the civic infrastructure. And so as a part of that, we are starting to re-educate ourselves about where we are in that civic infrastructure. And so the first step is, of course, knowing who our elected officials are and knowing that particular process. So also, of course, supporting you all in being a part of the parade. I think we've gotten a commitment from Director Easterwood to bring, if not his Corvette, and certainly the entirety of his, I'm going to call it entourage, but we're bringing all of that shine and bling to you all as well. We also had done some outreach on proactively advocating for Northside Park with Community Engineering Corps, and so we'll continue to keep you all abreast of that process and that project. We know that sometimes city dollars can be stretched thin, and so we want to try to be proactive and identify ways that we can advocate for ourselves and bring that before you all as our elected officials. So thank you. And thanks to my neighbors who are here today. Good to meet you.
Okay, we're going to take a break. We're going to go into executive session for a few minutes, and we'll be back. We come out of executive sessions where we say nothing was done after the report tonight. It's sad but happy that Catherine has decided to retire at the end of the year. And after 32 years of service, I want to thank Catherine for everything she's done. What a great leader. I've been on board longer than anyone else. I think Catherine's always been fair. One thing about Catherine, you didn't have to worry about if there was money in the bank. She was very good about keeping the budget and keeping it solvent. Even through the pandemic, we did very well. And like I say, we go back a long way. Thank you very much for everything you do. Any other board member got anything they want to say? This is it.
I appreciate everything she's done as well, and I do definitely agree with you.
So,
all I can just say is dinner to what you said, and I'm definitely going to miss her, but it's an opportunity for her, and so we just have to be happy with that. I just thank you for your service to the city. You've done a wonderful job.
I've always found the older I get, the more of the passing of the torch to the next person. And Catherine has definitely set the bar high for the next person. So the city will continue on. And Catherine has agreed to help us out and stay with us even after the first year if we need some help on some things. So I appreciate that.
Well, it's been an honor to work for the city and an honor to work for all of you. And most especially, it's been an honor to work for the people of Hope and to continue to work for them every day that I'm here and to work with all the great people that I've worked with on the staff over these years. It has been of relationships that I've formed, but it's just been more than half of my life now to work for the City of Hope. And I am very proud to be able to be here, and I want to work every day till I walk out the door, because I don't know anything different.
Been a good ride. Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you, sir.
Meeting's adjourned. Leave on a high note.